Last year, I was on reality dating show Beauty and the Geek. Don't worry if you haven't heard of it, not many people have. Now, my relationship with my version of Beauty and the Geek isn't very good. I have maybe 4 friends out of it, and the rest of the people I actively don't get on with. But there is some good that came out of Beauty and the Geek. I made some friends from the Australian cast of the show. The Australian Beauty and the Geek is a lot bigger than the UK version. It is one of their biggest reality TV shows. That was until it got cancelled. And all of the people on there are absolutely wonderful. How do I know this though? I wasn't on their show with them. Well, when we did our show, we got contacted by a couple of their cast members, namely Mike Gambaro, who very kindly invited myself and Martin Thompson to his 21st over in Brisbane. Now, I'd never met these people before, never even seen the second season of the show, but I thought, screw it, I've had a good month financially, I'm gonna go to Brisbane. Our first day in Brisbane consisted of seeing the sights and wandering about the city, and a wonderful city it is. I even met a satanic monk on one of our walks, and he was possibly one of the strangest people I have ever met. That night, we had dinner with Mike and a couple of his friends who managed one of Mike's strip clubs that he owned. We did not know that this was happening. We just kind of went for dinner with these lovely strippers, and they were actually very wonderful people. And then we went to their strip club, and that was possibly the strangest night of my life. Regardless, the next day, we met the rest of the Beauty and the Geek cast. We went for lunch all together, and it was great to actually get to know all these people. And some of these people that I'd seen, I did watch season 1 of the show, and it was really lovely. And it's really strange how similar our experiences are, and how similar some of the cast members are to people that were on our show. It was then Mike's 21st, which was a wonderful Oscars-themed party, met the rest of the Beauty and the Geek cast there, and then the day after that we went to Dreamworld, and that was a hell of a lot of fun, and I did a bit of vlogging, and here you go, I will show you this now. Today I'm in one of Australia's best theme parks. It's Dreamworld. The Beauty and the Geek lot have dragged me here. I'm not a big fan of theme parks, but you know, we'll see how this one goes. Apparently there's animals. But first, let's meet the crew.
Yeah, oh fucking hell indeed. Everything in Australia will fucking kill you.
Very cute dog.
In the early 2000s, there was this lady that was like going on the news going, a dingo stole my baby, a dingo stole my baby. Turns out the dingo actually did steal her baby.
Yeah, so this bird has basically talons.
Yeah, this, like, you piss it off, it just fucking starts screeching and running for you. And like, look how terrifying it is.
Scary bastard. I like animals, but this area, fuck me. Sorry, it just scared the shit out of me. It reeks of piss. That is a frog.
A very poisonous frog.
When I was younger, I thought they were extinct. I don't know why.
Tiger.
It will eat a rat in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Marvellous. Any other
Kind of like the
folks?
piranha of the land.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. And they're all dying, unfortunately.
There's like 10 left in Australia, so this is probably the last time you'll ever actually be able to.
It's crying shame. Crying shame. Support the Tasmanians.
Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't support the Tasmanians.
Support the Tasmanian Devils.
There you
Yes,
go.
there
There
we
we
go.
go. There you go.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Tasmania, 2012, 50% literacy rate.
I'm noticing that in Australia, the sense of health and safety isn't quite as prevalent as in the UK.
And we had four people died here in like a really like tragic roller coaster accident.
Oh, marvellous, marvellous. And now there is just a little chain separating us from the big-ass kangaroos.
Oh, they're fine. Just don't try and box them.
Right. I'm unnerved. I threw up on one of these when I was 11 and I've hated it ever since, so
How old are you now?
we'll see how this... I'm 21.
Throwing up again when you're 21?
Excited, Chris? Luckily I didn't vomit, and now we're going into a renovated Kung Fu Panda area, which also seems to be still getting renovated. That looks horrific. While they're on that rather, disgusting looking ride, I've just taken myself off for a little wander, and it's got me thinking about the differences between Australian theme parks and UK theme parks. For one, this is very clean. It's It's very clean here, and it's also very quiet because it's off-season. It's actually like autumn here, even though it's, what are we in? May? Even though it's May. Still absolutely sweltering 9. Also, the rides are a hell of a lot more intense. Like, the health and safety checks are clearly a lot more lenient here. But it is very cool, and I also like all the conservation stuff that they do with the animals. You know, it's not just like Flamingo Land where they've just like, you know, got a few lions in a rather small pen. It's like, you know, they actually do seem to care and do a lot of conservation work, which I think is really nice. We are all 20-something, and we are now venturing into the ball pit to throw balls at each other. So, very exciting indeed. Martin's having the time of his life.
I'm trying to kill Tara.
I think the ball play area was possibly the most fun I may have had all weekend. Truly an amazing time, wouldn't you say, Michael?
It turned us all into kids again.
Yes, exactly.
It was very enjoyable shooting very small foam balls at each other.
I loved it. I shot Tara in the face.
So that was Dreamworld. I must say a massive thanks to everyone who I met over in Australia. All the beauties and geeks were absolutely wonderful. My relationship with Beauty and the Geek has been very negative since January. I have wanted nothing to do with the show since I broke up with my ex, who I met on the show. So coming to Australia and meeting all you wonderful, characterful, just very lovely people was very refreshing and has given me a new outlook on the show and my relationship with it. I highly recommend anyone check out Beauty and the Geek Australia. It's a great show and a hell of a lot better than mine. If you guys want to hear more about Beauty and the Geek or my relationship with reality TV, do let me know and what kind of stuff you'd want to see me talk about. But for now, keep being yourself. If you're a geek, don't let any girl or beauty or whatever change you. There is no point in it. There's one thing I've learned from Australia, it's that everyone is very happy to be themselves and doesn't need any help of anybody else to change into something that they're not. Be yourself, love yourself, and so long. I will see you later.